The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was my name.
Beef, stop the music for just a second. Just stop it. Stop it. There's a point on the 1010XL text line driven by Lifetime Enclosures that I think is fair and should be noted.
Wow.
Yeah. Dan is the Vanderbilt of ETN. Enjoy the walkover W, buddy. That's fair. That's fair. Thank you. With that said, baby, we're partying this morning, and we're taking our fourth straight dub right now. Beef, you want some?
Oh, always.
Okay. Googans, you want some? I know it's early, but it's cinnamon. Fireball. Woo! Yeah. Oh, boy. That'll put hair on your chest. Ah. Brr. Brr, 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 brr. Woo! Woo! It's so funny when I'm out and wherever and I hear that song. It just gives me such joy.
You feel like you won again?
I feel like I'm a winner.
You're back in the winner's circle wherever you're at?
Yeah.
Celebrate? Do you start dancing and celebrate?
I do.
Take a sip of your Diet Coke?
A little bit of a walk-off there, but we'll take it, you know. So, welcome back to the program. We'll kick around some sports concepts and rationalizations. Beef, let's do that right now. Do you want to?
Sure.
All right.
Our prize pack today,
Okay.
$25 to Scrubbles Car Wash and $25 to Donato's Pizza. Get your car clean, get your belly full.
Wow.
On us. You're welcome, America.
Hey, man. Best story of the day. Best story of the day. And it shows you how times change, people change, ideas change. Gwen Goldman. You know Gwen Goldman?
The name's familiar, but I don't.
Yeah, Gwen Goldman is the lady who 60 years ago wrote a letter to the Yankees. And Gwen said, hey, you know what? I'm a 10-year-old. I love the Yankees. I love baseball. I'd love to be the Batgirl for a game.
That's right. This was the
In
long
19
gestating.
In 1961, she sent the letter to then New York Yankee general manager Roy Hamey. Well, I don't know the name Roy Hamey. And Roy wrote back to her, while we agree with you that girls are certainly as capable as boys, and no doubt would be an attractive addition on the playing field, I am sure you can understand that this is a game dominated by men. A young lady such as yourself would feel out of place in a dugout. Well, my, how times have changed. So, current Yankees GM Brian Cashman, who should be wheeling and dealing and rebuilding his club as they fall into the ashes, said, it is not too late to reward and recognize the ambition you showed in writing this letter to us as a 10-year-old girl. Some dreams just take longer than they should be to be realized, but a goal attained should not dim with the passage of time. Cashman said, I have a daughter myself, and it is my sincere hope that every little girl will be given the opportunity to follow her aspirations in the future. Now, this is all about just being a Batgirl, right? So the Yankees, in a wonderful gesture, and that's hard for me to say, but they did, and they were, and it was, brought now 70-year-old Gwen Goldman, who wrote the letter 60 years ago as a 10-year-old, to the ballpark, to the stadium, and let her throw out the ceremonial first pitch, stood alongside Aaron Boone for the national anthem, and maybe probably had the experience of a lifetime down on the field. So it was cool. She said, I didn't hold it against them. I love the Yankees. I never, in my wildest dreams, never thought that 60 years later, Brian Cashman would make this become a reality. So Gwen Goldman got to be the Batgirl last night at the age of 70. And what a great story, right? I mean, is there anything wrong with that at all? Can we just all agree what a nice gesture by the Yankees? What a cool thing for Gwen Goldman. And we move on. Then, of course, the Yankees went out and lost again. So she was not the good luck charm. Shohei Ohtani went yard, and the Angels beat the Yankees, who are much like the Mets, falling apart before our eyes. And Aaron Boone, I wonder if that seat might start to get a little warm at all.
You have to wonder.
I mean,
at some point, it starts to at least simmer a little.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to get. They're going to have to get. They're going to have to do something because they're not winning, and they are. The problem is they play in the AL East, and the AL East is got two really good teams, and the Red Sox are surprisingly good, and the Rays are the defending American League champions good, and they're both 15 and 17 games over 500, and the Yankees now are 40 and 38, and they're a game behind the Blue Jays, and they're 7.5 back of the Red Sox, and they're 0-6 against the Sox. So they've lost 4 straight baseball games, and they're tumbling a little bit. They're tumbling. So they're going to need to maybe do something. I was looking at the, this year in baseball, they have like a combine for the first time ever, and the draft is usually would already have been held. Usually, there was a 5-round edition last year, which left a glut of players. This year, that's 20 rounds, which is still less. And it'll take place July 11th to the 13th in conjunction with the All-Star festivities. So, I mean, again, they're trying to beef up that All-Star week. So they've put out a guide for each team and who they should get, et cetera. And, like where their farm system ranks. Like the Pirates have a good farm system, which is good news if you're a Pirates fan. They're 4th. The Tigers have a good farm system. That's good. The Orioles have a good farm system. That's good. The D-backs are 10th. Oof. And they're no good. The Rockies have a terrible farm system and a terrible team. They might be the team in the biggest amount of trouble then. The Mets farm system ranks 25th. Whew. That's not very good. Best fits, Jackson Jobe has a shot to get this far, as would Kumar Rocker. Kumar Rocker's not falling to the Mets. The Mets pick like 10th. They're not getting Kumar Rocker. He'll be long gone, so.
No, he'll go super early.
Yeah.
Super early.
Where do the Cubs farm system rank, Beef? Are they thought of as a good
It's
farm
gotten
system?
better. They've done a good job. It got real thin for a while.
22nd.
Yeah. They're improving, but it's not where it needs to be.
Interesting. They say the best fit for the Cubs at 22nd, Judd Fabian,
Oh.
the Gator. Andrew Painter was going to be a Gator, but he's going to get drafted in the first round, so he won't be. I'm looking at your last 5 first-round picks. Not very good.
No.
Alex Lang, is he on the team?
No.
Brendan Little?
No.
Nico Horner?
Nico Horner should be on the team. He's rehabbing right now.
Okay.
He is on the team.
Okay. Ryan Jensen?
No.
And Ed Howard?
Well, Ed Howard's coming,
Mhm.
and he looks good. But he's going to be it's going to be like,
He'll take Javi's spot
they're going to have to find a place for him. Yeah.
when Javi leaves.
Right.
All right, the other thing I wanted to talk about in the drill, the 10-minute drill, is Trippin' Pippin.
Look, Scotty's notorious for just saying some stuff.
Well, this is all
But this
timer.
is an all-timer.
You got a clip?
I have a clip.
Let's
Scotty
play
was
the
on-
clip and we'll go from
Scotty
there.
was on the Dan Patrick Show.
Okay.
And he's on a promo tour. I think he's got a book. He's also, I believe he's got a line of bourbon that he's pushing and maybe consuming. And Scotty was on the Dan Patrick Show yesterday and said some stuff.
Wouldn't you give Scottie Pippen one opportunity to get a
you're
last
bursting.
second shot without Michael Jordan? 1 year without Michael Jordan. Can I get one shot? I'm doing all the dirty work.
But all of that I understand from the basketball standpoint. But when you say a racial move,
Why would Tony, who was a rookie, get the last second shot and you put me out of bounds? That's what I mean, racial.
have you talked to Phil about this? Because by saying a racial move, then you're calling Phil a racist.
I don't got a problem with that.
Do you think Phil was or is?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
I'm not sure what – I'm not sure.
I mean, that's heavy stuff to just –
yeah. Kukoc, by the way, made the shot, right?
He did make the shot.
In fairness. Kukoc didn't make the shot. I could agree more with
Look, the
what
basketball
Patrick
argument
is saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I get
Yeah,
it.
if I'm Scottie Pippen, it's the 1 year Michael Jordan's gone. I'm pissed that I'm not getting the call too.
Yeah. It's my team
100%.
now. Yeah.
Like I'm the guy. It's my one shot to be the guy.
Right. It was a terrible look by not going in the game, though.
it was terrible.
It was terrible then, and it's even worse now,
Yeah,
though.
it was very pouty.
You got to, okay, the follow-up has got to be, well, what's racist about it? I mean, I'm pretty sure Phil Jackson drew up shots for black guys too, right? What, am I missing something, or is, and by the way, that's only part of, Pippen is on a seek and destroy mission right now.
Yeah, which he's had a tendency to do.
Man, that guy is angry, dude.
Scotty's always had a knack for sort of revising history,
Yeah.
to suit whatever narrative he's kind of twirling at the moment.
You know what it made me think yesterday when I heard Pippen tripping? I thought, man, Jordan's even better than I thought because he put up with this crazy dude all those years.
I mean,
And he needed him, but,
look,
I mean, my gosh.
I as a Bulls fan,
Yeah.
like I've Scotty periodically pops up throughout the years saying some wild stuff.
Why didn't he bring it up in the last? This has never been brought up before. What year was that? 94? What year was that?
Yeah,
Beef?
that was 94.
Okay. So in 1994, Phil Jackson was racist.
Now he continued to talk about how Phil also, when he left the Lakers, wrote a book about Kobe, then came back and coached him again, and thought that was odd as well.
And I'm okay with that in terms of if you want to criticize Phil, that's fine. Like he said, well, here's a coach who always says keep things in-house, and then he just, puts everything out there. Okay, that's fine, but that's not racist. Where's the racism part? I don't know. That one didn't make a lot of sense, but there was a lot that Scottie Pippen has said here of late that makes me wonder if he's got some issues, quite honestly. Because it wasn't just that. He was going on and on and on about a lot of stuff yesterday, right?
Right.
I mean,
No, it was a very long, and there was a lot of.
obviously the headliner is what he said about
Yeah.
Phil, but has anybody responded yet, by the way? Like, has Phil responded?
I don't
or-
believe anybody has responded. I mean, this was
Yeah.
just yesterday, so I don't
Yeah.
think we've had an opportunity for people to respond.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he it was a long-ranging interview talking about a lot of topics, but that was the big sticking point.
Well, like I said, I get him being ticked off from a basketball standpoint. I get him angry. I get it. But should he have gone back in the game? Of course he should have. And he said, and he doubled down on it. Like he said, I have my way of putting it. I was in the locker room with him, talking about Phil. I was in practices with him. You're looking from afar. Okay, well then let's give some examples, right? I don't see any examples. And he's, it's not just Phil. I mean, it seems like every day he's, he went after Barkley, where he said, I'll tell you what, he only got arrested for throwing some little white guys out of a window. I ain't never seen him fight a black man unless there were referees around. That's what he said about Chuck. He plays his role like he's tough. I don't know. Nobody he done whooped. Go back and check his record. Did I apologize to him? I told him to get me the hell out of there. That's what I recall. Pippen went to the Rockets to join
Yeah, he was traded to Houston.
Barkley and Hakeem, and they thought this was going to be a great team, right? And the Rockets went out in the first round of the playoffs. So Pippen said, well, I'm getting out of here. So they traded him to Portland. And they had a war of words because Barkley said Pippen owed him an apology for leaving the Rockets after a single season. And then Pippen called Barkley selfish and said he wouldn't give Charles Barkley an apology at gunpoint. Instead, Pippen said Barkley owes him an apology for coming to play with his sorry fat butt. Oof.
It's a lot.
Barkley then reacted, saying, joking at the time, as you know, I always carry a gun with me, so there's a chance if I get arrested for murder, then you know he didn't apologize. Oh, he even threw shade at Michael. Right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he had a lot to say. He had a lot to say.
I mean, he went, I'm telling you, man, Kevin Durant.
So he doesn't talk to Jordan anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't, because he blew up a few days ago when he had the comments about Durant and comparing him to LeBron. And,
Yeah.
And that sounded wild at the time. But yeah.
Hey. Is he still on the jump?
No, I don't believe so. Believe so.
Does ESPN not bring him on the jump anymore? I don't think so.
I
either.
certainly haven't seen him on that. I don't watch The Jump.
Yeah.
Like, I don't watch any of ESPN's programming.
Trippin' Pippin is the best way to put it. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Caller number 2. We got a wonderful prize pack. Remind folks what they're getting at 641-1010 right now. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about we'll have the Duval Minute and more. And then we got Baselli at the top of the hour. So we got a lot to do coming up.
641-1010, call right now. You're going to go home with $25 to Scrubbles Car Wash and $25 to Donato's Pizza on us. You're welcome. Enjoy it as we celebrate another Fireball victory for Daniel Patrick Hicken.
Thank you. Let's drink.
I'm on fire. Fireball.